Hey, what's up, agents? I finally got around to playing the Division Resurgence live test just before it finishes tomorrow. We've only got a couple of more days to play it, and we streamed it live yesterday. I'm streaming it today also. And I gotta say, I'm very surprised by how good this title is. Now, a lot of people are just shutting this out right away because it's a mobile title. People are like, it's a mobile game. I'm not interested. But yesterday in stream, a lot of those people were watching, and it turned a few heads because actually it looks so good. And playing it myself for a few hours, I have to say, I was quite optimistic anyway. You know, I play mobile games. I know what they're about. The microtransactions can be a bit of an issue. But the Division was coming to mobile, and for what they've done, they've really gone all out on this for a mobile title, and it really does bring a fresh experience to the Division fan base. If you want more story, you want more to do, this game covers that. It's a mixture of the Division 1 and the Division 2 kind of all together, set in New York though, so it's got Division 1 vibes. Like even the Dark Zone is a Division 1 Dark Zone, as you see on screen now at this landmark. It really, really is good. So today what I'm going to do, I'll share my thoughts on my playthrough of the live test so far. I'm going to show you exactly what the game's about and what you can do. So first, as we log in, you can see that I'm level 13. I put a little bit of time into this game so far. This will be getting higher later on when I play again. And you can have multiple characters. This is the login screen now. I can select this agent, or I can choose to create new agents. So just like with the Division 1 and 2 on console, you can have multiple characters. Now, once we're actually into the game works exactly the same as it does on Division 1 and 2. It's the same format. You've got a campaign missions, you've got side missions. If I bring up the map here, you can see that it's the Division 1 map to a degree. It's only like the west side. You got the Dark Zone in the middle there. I'm not sure if this will open up even more when the full game comes out. This might just be what the live test is, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's basically the Division 1 map, and the Dark Zone is exactly the same as well. And if we zoom in a little bit, you can see what they've taken from the Division 2 is that we've got all these open world activities. So we've got hostage rescues, we've got this arms deal over here, we've got supply drops that we can go and do. So you've got all these open world activities on top of your side missions and your main campaign missions as well. And if we bring up the mission menu, you can see that there's loads to do. This is just in the live test as well. We've got active main missions and Containment Conundrum. Then we go to the side quests. I've not even touched hardly any of these yet. There's still unclaimed ones to get. There's loads of side activities to do as well. This is just the same as the Division 1 and 2, as we've said. And that's on top of all that open world activities. And what you get for completing these is obviously rewards. There's plenty of reward for completing side missions, main missions, and the open world activities also. And by completing all of these missions and activities and whatnot, you're going to be increasing your power score, getting you better loot. You're going to be finding loads of loot drops and just everything we love about the Division. We've got primary weapon slot, secondary, we've got mask, chest, backpack, gloves, knees, and holster. And you'll be putting this gear together to create various builds that's going to increase your power either through your firearms, your stamina, electronics, or a mix of all of them. Now, if we have a quick look at the gear that we find, I got enough into it to actually get some like brand sets here. You can see there's a combo set on this mask where if I have 2 of them, I get aiming speed, 3 of them accuracy, 4 of them headshot damage. So you can mix these together to create your builds. There's another one I've got here which is a different set. This one has skill cooldown, skill duration, and healing. And I'm sure there's many more sets to find as we go through the game. So as you can see, it's pretty much a Division experience. It's exactly what we know from Division 1 and Division 2. It's pretty much just on mobile, and I love what they've done. Like when they first announced a mobile game, my concern was that they were probably going to do something like Elite Squad, where it's just like a quick sort of like cash grab, really make it prioritize around microtransactions and whatnot. But with this, it seems like the priority has been making us a great Division experience. Now obviously there are going to be microtransactions in the game, and I'll touch on what I think they'll do with them in a little bit, but they really have prioritized the game here in our experience. Now what do we get other than what I've shown you in the game? There's loads to do with a mobile game. As you'd expect if you do play them, there's always a lot to do, and we're going to start with like the daily sign-in bonus. This is what you got with the beta or the live test. I didn't really get involved until late, so I'm not gonna be able to complete this, but you can see for day 1 I had some materials. Day 2 I can get these gloves. If I just click on them there, I can claim them. If I log in for a third day, I'm getting an outfit, there's Phoenix credits, there's some skins, more Phoenix credits and whatnot. And it ends on day 8 with a Bullet King. So you can expect a lot of this from a mobile title, where you're going to be getting daily login bonuses and things like that to entice you to play. On top of that, as well as having the main missions, we've got daily quests, weekly quests, and weekly bounties. Now, I was really impressed with this. Now, the daily quests are something that's very familiar again with mobile gaming. It entices you to log in every day to complete activities for some rewards. So you can see today I can do some activities here. I can get some rewards, Phoenix credits and whatnot, which I can then use on other items. And every single day we're going to have those quests to try and get you to log in every day. There's also weekly quests which give you better rewards, and obviously they're a little bit more difficult to do. They extend across the whole week. Completing these is going to give you more rewards again, and these rewards are all going to be like resources and things like that, and we'll go into the reason why you're going to need those resources in a moment. And what I really like as well, what they brought over from the Division 2 is kind of like the manhunts that we had on there, the seasonal manhunts. This looks like it kind of works like that. So yesterday on stream I took out Grenados. I had to complete some activities to unlock him, then I was able to do his mission to kill him, and that's 1 out of 5 towards the main target. There's then Deadeye to do. We're going to work on this later in stream, and we're going to go and get Deadeye. He'll be 2 out of 5. Then we've got Kirkpatrick to do, and then there's Identity Unknown, which unlocks in 17 hours or so. So throughout every week, I'm not going to be able to complete this one this time around, but you'll be able to complete different targets to get more rewards, eventually ending with the main target, which works exactly the same as the manhunt on the Division 2, and that's how the weekly bounties are going to work on the Division Resurgence, which I think is really good. There's really a lot to go for there during the week in terms of like the main missions, the daily quests, the weekly quests, and the weekly bounties. There's a lot to keep you entertained. So why do we need all these resources? Why are we farming all these resources each week? Well, if we go into the menu here and go to Armory, there are a lot of blueprints to start working on to like just get your builds better, basically. So we've got SMGs, we've got LMGs, ARs, marksman rifles, shotguns, even exotic weapons as well. We can see the Lady Death, Bullet King, Eagle Bearer, Diamondback, and the Chatterbox all making it to the game from the Division 2, and I'm sure there's more to be added as well. And it's not just weapons, it's gear as well. So we can unlock blueprints, and then when we unlock blueprints, we can upgrade them. So if we take a look at this Vector, which they take you through in the tutorial, you're able to craft this blueprint and make a Vector, but not only that, we're then able to like tactical augmentate it to make it even better. We've done one on that, and when we craft one of these now, it increases all of its stats by 20%. Now as we go through the game and get more resources and we unlock this further, we can do that for a second time, a third time, and a fourth time. I've actually got the second one here which I could activate. It's at a cost of 1,000 of my credits there, but also a gun, I think, which I don't have access to yet, or a resource. So I'm farming that resource now in order to be able to activate this next perk on this gun. So that can be done with all of the guns, and eventually we'll unlock proficiency as well, but that's not unlocked until I go further in the main campaign. But it's not just blueprints. If we go back to our build screen, I've been using this AR quite a lot. I'm able to upgrade this as well. You have like a self-proficiency level based on your level. I'm currently character level, I think it was 12 or 13. If I go into my weapon here, I'm able to increase this level to my level, basically. And you just go on equipment upgrade here. So when I go on equipment upgrade with this AR that I like, I'm able to upgrade this using the resources that I've got down there. I've got plenty of them. So I can keep on upgrading this all the way to my level at level 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever level that I get up to. Now this is only letting me go to level 20 right now because of the current level that I'm at. So if I click equipment upgrade there, that's going to upgrade that AR now to max level. That's based off of my level though. If I get even higher than that, it might even go higher. That just improves the weapon. So again, you're farming resources again to increase all your current build to make them even better, and so on and so on. Now, the main aim of this, just like any Division title, is to complete the tougher content. So you're trying to grind out your builds to get better builds, to take on the tougher content at different difficulties, to get better rewards. And I'm sure there's going to be events added down the line that's going to require good builds, you know? It's not going to just be easy to complete. It's going to want you to have some good builds that you put together. On top of that, you also have the Dark Zone and you have Conflict as well. And I just want to explain how these work, because these work very, very well. So with the Conflict and Dark Zone, these are not always open. You can see here that the Dark Zone today isn't going to open until 2 p.m. my time, and it's open from 2 p.m. till 9 p.m. Once that's open, I'm able to matchmake and go in for 20-minute stints to try and get loot and extract it. And it works like the Dark Zone does on the Division 1 and Division 2, exactly the same, but it's only certain segments of the day that you can go in, and you got to matchmake each time that you go in for the 20-minute segment. If you die, you'll lose the gear that's on you, but you can stay in there for the whole 20 minutes to try and get what you can and get out. Conflict works the same. That is actually open right now if I wanted to play it. But again, it's only open to certain parts in the day. There'll be a time period where you can play it and you can play Conflict to try and get some rewards out of that. So again, you're going to be wanting, if you want to play the PvP side of things, you're going to be wanting to get your builds as good as you can, max level, max rank, some good builds together to play these effectively and to have an advantage. And as I said, microtransactions. I'm sure there's going to be microtransactions on the game. We've got a store here. You can see that you can use Phoenix credits to buy all sorts of items, okay? Now, Phoenix credits seem to come quite easy, though, so I'm sure the grind is going to be, you know, acceptable for a player that does want to play the game free to play. There will, I imagine, be microtransactions, though, to buy Phoenix credits, which then gives you a little bit of advantage to then purchase some of these items and more of them, you know. There's definitely going to be microtransactions on the game, and how I see them doing it is through the Phoenix credit system, allowing you to buy more credits, potentially to buy more of these resources or whatnot, which will just speed up the game for you. And when you do craft as well, there is a time to craft certain elements. So if I wanted to craft the gun, it might take a couple of days to craft it or things like that. They'll probably allow you to purchase Phoenix credits or purchase in-game currency to speed in that process up as well. And that's where I see microtransactions becoming a thing, especially on like vanity stuff like skins and outfits as well. Nobody knows how they're gonna put the microtransaction system in until it's out, to be honest with you, but we do know it's gonna be a thing. It's a free-to-play mobile game. They gotta try and monetize it in some way. But I have played mobile game titles. I know a lot of people don't, and they steer well clear of them. There's some titles that do it so well. I've had so much fun on games without spending a single penny, and then I've had enough fun on some games where I do want to spend a little bit of money and support the game, you know, because I enjoy it that much. And then there's some games that do it really, really dreadful and make it so pretty much you've got a microtransaction to enjoy it. And I really hope, and I really don't think, rather, the Division's going to fall under that latter category there. I think microtransactions are definitely going to be a thing for people that enjoy the game. And if you want to play it for free, it seems to me like you're going to be able to. It's just going to be at a slower pace than others, you know, but you're still going to have enough fun and there'll be a very good grind. Now, there's a few other things that I noticed people were very concerned about with a mobile title, you know, like controllers. I don't want to play on the mobile device. I want to use a controller, or I want it on my TV. Well, that can be done. I did play yesterday. I tried using the mobile controller on the touchscreen. It isn't for me. If that was the only option, I wouldn't be playing it. Don't matter how good the game was, I cannot get used to that. However, you can just connect your PlayStation 5 controller or your Xbox controller via Bluetooth and just use that. It's fully controller supported. You can play your controller. You can buy a little clip to put your phone or tablet or whatever on your controller so you can have it right in front of you. Or there are options to like screen it to your PC screen or to your TV screen or whatever you want to. That's all available. And from launch of the Resurgence, I'll cover all this in videos to explain how you can do all of that. And it'll just feel like you're playing a game from your console or your PC. So don't worry about any of that. Try not to worry too much about the microtransactions. Just look at it for what it is. They put a lot of work into this game. You can see, I'd say we were discussing in stream what sort of graphic level it was on, and a lot of people were like, we kind of confirmed it's kind of like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 standard, I'd say. Something along those lines. But I think that's very good for a mobile game. It looked absolutely stunning, to be fair. The playtest only had the normal graphics prefix available. It does go into higher than that, like high graphics prefix or very high or whatnot. So it can be upped again. But it looks a stunning game for a mobile. It's super, super fun. And I really can't wait for this to go live. We're definitely going to be covering it on the channel. It's another question that was asked. Am I going to go into this game as much as I have with the Division 1 and the Division 2? Well, from what I've played from the playtest, yeah, I want to go through this. I want to go through the main campaign. I want to finish it all. I want to see what the game has to offer. And as I've already said a couple of times, I've been into mobile games in the past. They're a good little pastime when you're bored or whatnot, in between stuff, when you're out and about. And I can get quite hooked to them. The fact that the Division's coming to mobile and it's this good on the playtest gets me very excited. We'll definitely be covering it on the channel. and more GCROCK. We'll see if you guys like it. We'll be setting it up in the community for people that want to play it. There'll be clan system in place, because I forgot to mention that there are clans on the game as well. You are going to be able to take part in a clan. TSW will be there. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think a great addition to the franchise. So that's my thoughts on the game today. I just wanted to share some of that with you. I do have some gameplay footage going up this week on more GCROCK of a mission in full, and this clip here in the Dark Zone in full as well. So go and check that out. All links down below in the video description. I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for supporting the Resurgence streams as well. I appreciate it. But until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, and peace out.